Hi, I'm Lee Marsden, and this is a 45-minute all-round beginner yoga session in which we'll get into all the main areas where we hold our tension and release tension from the mind as well. So I hope that you enjoy it. You will need a mat for this practice ideally, so I hope that you have that set up now, and perhaps also a blanket for covering yourself at the end and for use under your knees if you would like. So we'll begin in Shavasana, lying down flat on the mat, relaxing the arms and legs. So make your way down there now. And once you're in Shavasana, a few rounds breathing in through the nose and out of the mouth. Allow yourself to arrive on your mat and relax. This transition time is important, transitioning from the busy day to this time of turning inward. So just allow your attention to scan down your body and observe what is happening without comment or judgment. We're observing here as the witness, the deeper intelligence than the body-mind. That sees everything come and go, is unaffected by any of it. So if you discover an area that feels tight, or discover a mind that is very busy, you observe it in the same way as an area that feels free or a mind that feels quiet. So finishing scanning down now, accepting whatever you find. Any sounds in the environment, just there also, not drawing your attention particularly, no need for them to be different. Observe your breathing now through the nose, even in and out. Smooth, even, relaxed breath. Observing how the body is breathing by itself. And at this moment in time, you're doing nothing at all, just watching. When we begin to move into our postures shortly, continue this observation from deeper than the mind, so that thoughts may come and go, sensations may come and go, but you're watching quietly through it all. understanding that everything comes and goes. We're going to move into our first posture now, and we're going to stretch the arms and legs overhead to begin. So taking a big morning stretch on the mat. Feel free to circle your feet a little bit at the ankle. Just come on out of that big stretch as you're ready. And once you've finished circling at the ankle, we'll just bend the knees and draw them in towards us, holding the tops of the knees or behind. And just take a little rock side to side. Try and keep your nose breathing going as we go through our poses. Let's take the feet right up to the ceiling now. Reach them up, flex the toes back towards you, hands down beside. And if you want a little bit of extra support, you can put your hips onto your hands. And from here, pointing and flexing the feet. Just observe your feet as they move. Keep your attention on the movement. And observe the feeling, the blood rushing out of the feet, and the lightness in the feet. Lightness in the legs. Release the hands if needed. Relax the feet. We're going to roll all the way onto the side and press up to hands and knees. Let's position the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees under the hips. Find yourself in your tabletop for a couple of rounds of cat-cow. We love cat-cow. Great way to warm up the spine. So making your way to arching your back. Keep your mouth closed. And then round your back. Arching the back into the cow. And rounding into the cat. One more time through each of those postures. Into the cow. And into the cat. We'll just hold here for a few more seconds and press the upper back to the ceiling more and sway side to side. And then returning to the center, let's set up our hands and take downward facing dog. So press the whole hand down, point the index finger straight ahead and turn the inner elbows forward. Arms straight. Check your knees are far enough back, not too close to your hands. And tuck the toes under when you're ready. Send the hips up to the ceiling. Now, you're welcome to keep your knees bent as you sit up. And then start to pedal your legs. One bent, one straight. To work into the backs of the legs. And try not to lose your breath here. So continue to breathe through your nose. Reposition your hands as needed. Take the thighs back towards the back of the room. Keep the upper back nice and broad. Whole hand pressing down. 3 more breaths here. And release the knees down to the floor. Well done. Knees wide, big toes together. Coming back to child's pose. Support your head on your hands if you need to, or the hands out in the front. Just relaxing here in the child's. And let your breath expand the inner space. We're going to make our way down to bellies next. So as you're ready, the legs come out behind, ending up on your belly on your mat, with your elbows under shoulders and hands out in front. We are in the Sphinx and a gentle back bend. If this feels too much for your back, come down a little bit. So we're going to press the tops of the feet down to lift the knees off and lift up through the top of the head here. Feel the energy rising up. Notice how the breath changes with each of your postures. You can observe it as it's doing that changing. Continue breathing through the nose, not needing it to be different. Just feel the difference as we go into each one. Three more breaths here in Sphinx. Gently releasing the lower back. And letting go out of the pose. Let's push back up into knees together, child's pose. Bring your forehead to the floor or to the hands. If the forehead is to the floor, the hands can be round beside the feet. Relax your fingers if you can. Coming on up. And we're going to come to a lunge now with the right foot stepping forward. So make your way in with your foot. Check your left foot is going straight back in your lower leg. And bring the hands up onto the thigh. Spread out your toes on your right foot. Make yourself nice and upright. Then we bring the hands to the chest and hook the left elbow over the right knee. Use your hand on your knee to help you turn across the knee into a twist. Just fix your eyes on a little point on the floor to help you with the balance. Now if you've tried this and it's not working for you to hook across the knee, put your left hand on the floor instead Hand to the right knee to help you twist, or maybe straight up. So any one of those versions will work for you here. Keep your spine long as you twist. And we'll release the twist now. Beautiful. Bring the right leg back behind you, stepping the left leg forward. Same little check as your heel, your ankle underneath your knee, as your right leg going straight back. And find yourself upright, preparing for the twist. Hands come to the chest if you're going across the knee. Otherwise, you can put your right hand down to the floor under the shoulder. If you're twisting across the knee, hook across, spine long as you move the body into the twist. Find your point of focus. Relax your eyes on that point. Relax your jaw. Keep the breath flowing. Preparing to release. Coming down with the hands. Left leg scooping back. Let's come back to downward facing dog. Go to child's pose if you prefer not to. Index finger ahead. Toes tuck under and find your way in. So remember all of the points of the pose to keep it safe for yourself and most beneficial. So we're lengthening the spine. We're broadening the upper back. Pressing the thighs back. Pedaling the legs if it feels suitable. Knees can be bent. Breathing through the nose. Okay, we're going to go ahead and walk the feet up towards the hands now. Take your time and find yourself feet hip distance apart in a forward fold. Now remember to bend your knees if you have any lower back issues. Straight if not, and let yourself dangle as much as you can. Let's make our way up to standing now. Knees a little bit bent as you roll all the way up into mountain. Standing on your mat, nice and firm. Lift up through the crown, through the center of the chest, and through the thighs. Feel your feet on the mat. And breathe. We're going to take eagle arms here. So bringing the arms up, bending at the elbow, right on top of left, crossing over at the elbow and meeting the hands in front. If you can't meet the hands, you could hold a flannel or a belt in between. If you are in the pose, just lift your face up towards the front, reach the elbows a little bit, and then take the hands away from the face. All of your focus here in the eagle on the sensations in the upper back and the neck and the breath, observing very closely. Releasing that side, interlace at the base of the spine, heels of the hands together. Take the hands down towards the floor. Maybe, if you can, with straight arms away from the body. Beautiful. Relax back down. Second side of eagle. Do a little bit of circling if you like. Feel your feet again. Keep your feet connected. And we're going to go your left on top of the right. Meet the hands again. If you can't meet your hands, you can grab a belt. And you can use your belt to lengthen your arms so that you can reach to grip. If you don't have anything handy and your hands are not meeting, you can squeeze whatever you have. So same again, stand up tall, face to the front, elbows forward, hands forward, shoulder blades down your back. Each exhalation, allowing a little bit of tension to melt away. And releasing the second side. Circle the shoulders again towards the front and towards the back. Coming back to a mountain. Preparing to do eagle legs this time. So same movement, but using our legs. We're going to start with the right leg as the standing leg, point it straight ahead and place a little bend in the leg. Pick up your left leg and cross over at the thigh. So thighs are meeting, and then you've got your left toes hanging here. You can leave them hanging, or perhaps you can tuck behind the calf. So we're in a balance. Squeeze the thighs together. We're going to bring the hands to the chest in this version. So you just find your little spot to look at on the floor. Squeeze the thighs. Kind, compassionate thinking and a balance. No should. Three more breaths on this first side. Release your hands and your legs. Well done. Just walk it out for a few breaths. And then we make the left foot point straight ahead. Remember your little bend at your knee, that will help. And picking up the right leg, cross at the thigh. And tuck the toes if you can. If you can't, you just leave them hanging. Squeeze what you have. Soften your gaze on your point. Relax your face. Hands to the chest. Nothing else to do at this moment. Only this. Keep going with that breath. Tempting to hold the breath in the balance. Preparing to release arms and the leg. Walk it out once more. We're going to step the right foot forward now, left leg back, a good stride. And bend the right knee so it's above the ankle. And press your left heel down. Back foot is in on an angle as well, about 70 degrees. Watch your right knee stays pointing over the toes as you turn the body away. Double check, can you see your right big toe? And then we'll spread the arms wide. Turn your head and check your left hand, same height as the right. We're in warrior two. And then we're just looking down the right fingers. Keep pressing the outside edge of your left foot down. Bend a little bit further in if you like. Check that your gaze is similarly relaxed as it was in your balance. Relax your arms for a moment, legs stay the same. We're going to reverse the warrior. Left hand down your back leg, right hand up towards the ceiling. Turn the palm of the right hand towards the back of the room. Lean back a little bit more if you have space, otherwise reach straight up. Relaxing the right hand down and stepping the left foot forward up towards the right. Couple of breaths, getting ready for the second side. As you're ready, left foot forward, right foot back, a decent stride, so that when you bend the knee, it's above the ankle. Turning away, check your knee doesn't roll in as you go. You can still see your left big toe, the inside edge. Send the arms wide. Feel as if the hands are moving apart, nice and light with the arms as they go. You're welcome to turn your head and check your right hand, same height as the left. Bend in a little bit further if you want to. Preparing to reverse the warrior. Right hand down the back leg, left hand reaching up. Maybe back a little bit, but just see how that goes. The legs have stayed the same. Left leg is still bent, right leg straight. And releasing back down, stepping the right foot up towards the left. We're going to take Malasana now, the squat. So turn your feet out so that your toes are towards the edge of the mat or maybe even off and the heels are on. As you go, watch the knees are pointing the same direction as the feet. Find your inner knees and settle in. You may find your heels come off. You can put your blanket underneath your heels. Try and put your weight into the outside edges of the feet. And you can always come halfway down just into the umpire squat if this version doesn't work for you. Often we're a long way in, rounded in like this, and if that's where you are, it's okay. You're working towards lengthening up, straightening the spine, becoming longer in the pose. So you can gaze at your fingertips here, or a point on the floor. Bring in your inner smile. Releasing the hands down to the floor and take a seat. Feel free to sit on your blanket. We're coming to cross legs with the right in front of the left. So just as I said, you can be sitting on your blanket to lift your seat up, particularly if your lower back is rounded here in the cross legs. Just walk your feet under as much as you can. Flex the feet back towards you, toes back, heel forward, nice and long. A little bit for the side body now. Bring your right hand out to the right. Left arm comes up. You can bend your right elbow if you like. And take the arm all the way over. Breathing into that left side. Look up if you like, or straight ahead. Feel the heaviness of your left seat. Three more breaths through the nose. Exhaling to the other side. Left hand down, right hand lifting. Feel the beautiful stretch from the hip all the way up to the armpit, maybe further. Hand comes over if you like. Right hip very heavy. Stay with it. Keep yourself focused just on this. Knowing that the mind will head off on something else. But just choosing to turn your attention to what you're doing here. Release now. Well done. Bringing the left leg in front of the right for the cross legs on the other side. Find yourself very upright again, right on the sitting bones. Flex the toes back. And you might find that this is enough to sit upright here. If you would like, you can tilt forward from the pelvis. Find the floor with your hands and slide forward as much as suitable. If you can make your way to elbows down, you can. And this really helps to keep the lower back in. But wherever you are, no need for analysis. We're not searching for a perfect pose. It's just an idea. We're looking to release tension in the hips, tension in the mind, promote the flow of energy through the body, and to connect with the deeper wisdom, deeper than the body-mind. Making your way back up now. Help your knees together with your hands, and we transition to lying down now. Drawing the knees in once more. And rocking gently side to side. Letting the feet come down underneath the knees, hip distance apart, so outside edge of feet in line with outside of hips. We'll press up into bridge, lift at the hips and the center of the chest. You can test out if you can meet your hands under your body and walk up a little bit further onto tops of shoulders. But if that's not going to happen, that's all right. Just leave the hands down beside you. Feel your feet in the pose. Feel your legs, relax your buttocks. Observe the breath and the body. Throat is soft in this pose. Completing the breath that you're on, exhaling, back down slowly. We draw the knees up so that the hands are reaching to the inside of the knees, big toes together, and hold the tops of the shins. Draw everything down towards you, so shoulders are flat, lower back flat, knees nice and wide. We'll make our way into one more bridge pose. Let the feet come down, lift up through the hips. You can hold the hands if it suits you. Feel free to close your eyes here. And your bridge, your version. We'll gently release once more, roll down to the mat. You could return to the pose where we just were, which is the prep for happy baby, big toes together, knees wide. Notice how the shoulders are down. What happens if you hook your big toe or hold the top of the foot? Notice if your shoulders start to come off or you come right off your lower back so that you're sort of balancing on your spine. If that happens, stay with the big toes together, knees wide. That will be better than putting tension through the shoulders. But if you have got your toes or the tops of your feet and you can lift the feet up above the knees into happy baby, then go with that. So draw your knees down gently, feet are stacked above the knees or thereabouts. And we'll be here for a few breaths. So just close the eyes again, relax in the shape. You know, if you're holding your happy baby and it starts to feel just too much, then you just drop the feet down and come back to the first version. There's no need to suffer here, again, for the idea of the shape. We're going to release the legs all together now, all the way down to the mat, arms out beside you. We're going to take relaxation. Feel free to cover yourself with your blanket. So get yourself nice and set up, very comfortable. We've got 3 minutes in Shavasana here. Close the eyes. Relax the forehead. Cheeks. Jaw. And eyes. Relax the shoulders. Arms and hands. Feel the space around the heart. Open. Space in the belly. Relaxed. Relax the hips. Down the legs. To the feet. Whole body relax now. I invite you to stay longer in this relaxation. But if you'd like to keep to the 45 minutes, please make your way slowly back to seated. Thank you very much for spending this time with me. Let's meet the hands at the chest and bow our heads. Namaste.